2 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Drew Lock and the Denver Broncos.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Moments ago, a scene that's played here since 2004. Big Ben Roethlisberger greeted by this sold-out Heinz Field crowd. His Steelers getting set to match up with the Denver Broncos. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steelers set to go on offense, and it is the big man, Big Ben, number 7, Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead them.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
Here we go. Lock 80.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Got an open man. It's Washington. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
To James Washington.
Second down at 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. First down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
There he goes, left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here comes the Bronco offense with Drew Lock from Missouri in charge.
What a roller coaster for Drew Lock from the NFL draft until the end of his rookie season, because on draft night he thought he might go in the first round, ended up going in the second, and then didn't get to start with the Broncos until near the end of his rookie year. But the Broncos did go 4-1 in those games, and he played very well, working on his agility and his pocket presence in the offseason. And I love how the Broncos upgraded around him in order to give him more weapons.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Broncos first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
It's a gain of 5.
For Sutton, the receiving numbers from last week's game. 7 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
That was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses had better focus on.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Gain of 20.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
At the 8
25 yards that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. KJ Hamler with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Maddness lining up.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. He just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers play with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
That's a gain of 8.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there? Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. To throw it is Locke. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Locke and Sutton on the connection there for the Denver first down.
At the 2-yard line.
Now Locke. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Number 14,
Cortland Sutton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
Point conversion.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has one touchdown, one interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. Past the 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Washington with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
KJ Hamler returning it. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
To the sideline and
second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
To throw again. Locke. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
3 yards on the play.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field with the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still ended up with a solid game.
Locked to throw on 3rd and 1. Escaping the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Here comes Hamler on the jet sweep. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, second and inches.
Second and inches at the Steelers' 22.
Block on the give, it's Lindsey. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 18-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking deep here for Ebron. That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. From midfield, here's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Roethlisberger will throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And returning it, here's Hamler. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Cortland Sutton. Incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lock. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
And 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. A final shot before half for Locke. Rolling to his right. He'll let this go. And this will be caught at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separate. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Broncos 12.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their
reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. On play action, Lock. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Locke now on first down. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On the keeper.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half, and now 7 on the game.
Denver.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Albert O. Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. That'll bring up 2nd down. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And it's 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play. From this vantage point, they've got the lead here. So for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
4th down.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They do go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even...
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
Back at the 23-yard line.
To try again after the sack, Roethlisberger. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Washington's got it. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
He'll buy some time right. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very important command.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Switzer on the return. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And now this throw complete to Washington. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Washington.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The end result, 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Looking, and this is taken in at the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And that one obviously worked out, but it's one where you kind of hold your breath because he was sitting there waiting to take a hit as he threw that ball downfield.
And this is the NFL. You're going to be tested a lot as a guy throwing the football. Will you stand in there, take the hit, and deliver downfield? And when you do it consistently, your offensive line loves you, your receivers love you. Everyone does their job to the utmost because they have that kind of confidence in you, and they know that you've shown some toughness, and that's what he exhibited there.
But your body hates you.
No, your body's not real thrilled about the whole thing, but ice packs all around for the QB.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Incomplete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. And now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Open man. He completes it to Jeudy. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
It's a gain of...
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are on the field?
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He's back to throw. That's going to be caught by Jeudy. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Broncos
from down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the Steelers' 2-yard line.
On 2nd down. It's Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay in the final minute, and the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two. Back to throw. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Well, they had guts to go for that, and they got it. Now, if you're the defense, you feel some major pressure, don't you?
Well, they put it on you, haven't they? They've told you that you are the unit they believe in. We'll find out now if they can make it hold up. But, boy, just going for it in that spot.
I know, right?
Amazing.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Big Ben and the Steelers now down by 1. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Roethlisberger to Connor on the check down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
7 at the 39-yard line.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
33.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Broncos, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.